What's up everybody, welcome back to another iRacing video. This one's the Mazda Mx-5 Cup around Okayama. Strength of field for this one's 1.2k. We qualified in 4th place, we're car number 7. This is another commentary after the fact. I didn't record this one in real time, but I was pretty happy with the result, so I thought I'd make a video out of it. Qualifying didn't go great. We didn't really have a lot of time to practice. I have driven this track a little bit, thankfully, but spun out during qualifying. So Yuan jumping the line there, I think that got him a black flag or a slowdown penalty, but so we're off. See if we can make it through turn 1. I always find turn 1 in these MX-5s so difficult with cold tyres. The car just really wants to oversteer, I find. If you don't have just a little bit of throttle and that engine braking kicks in, I think it just wants to rotate around, but we made it through. We gained a position out of it. Yuan dropped right off by the looks of it. Going a bit deep into that turn there and getting a little bit loose, but the cars behind us also got a little bit loose, so no positions lost thankfully, but ideally we don't want these drivers in front of us to pull away, so we want to keep on the back of them where we can. It's a great fun little track, this one, and these MX-5s. Once the tyres are warmed up, I find her a lot of fun to throw around. Really good for the rookie class and for starting out. Using as much of the curb as we can without dipping wheels off onto the grass. You definitely don't want that. Ilya, first place, spinning out there. It's unfortunate. The Golf livery, so he'll drop right back. Now we're in 2nd place, right behind 1st. A little bit keen in the exit and getting onto the power there. Just showing myself in the mirror, see if I can throw him off a little bit. As you saw right as I did that, looks like he reacted to that and turned in a little bit there. I think it's a really underrated move, just showing yourself a little bit right before the braking zone. It can really throw someone off. It can get them looking in their rearview mirror. They could miss their braking zone, force them to take a defensive line when you can swing back out into the normal racing line and get a better run out. Getting a very tight exit out of this corner. I saw he started to go a little bit wide and I wanted to capitalise on that if I could, but not quite alongside, so we tuck in behind him. I noticed that he doesn't go defensive here, so I figure I'll send it up the inside, put my car up, see what we can do. Make it work. And that's the lead of the race. It's a short race around here, but these MX-5 Cups, at least the entry level ones that you get rookie class ones, are only 14 minutes. I think there's a Class B MX-5 Cup. That's half an hour races that are open setups, but this is the fixed setup. Admittedly, coming into this, my I rating, despite the fact that I've got an A license, my I rating is quite low at 1.1k. So there were some rookies in this race. So you could argue that I've got maybe a little bit of an unfair advantage in that some of these people are probably new. I think the guy in 2nd had a B license from memory, but D license and rookies for the rest of the field there. So yeah, 1st place. We got a bit of breathing room, 1.5 seconds back to 2nd place there. Karnakar, I think is how you pronounce that. So not worried about a dive bomb. He's too far back to send it into any of these overtaking zones, so we're just gonna focus on driving as you do when you're on a racetrack driving a car. but just being as smooth and consistent as possible. See if we can maintain that gap. But no need to start driving defensively or anything like that. It's a tricky corner to get right, this one. It's really important that you get a good exit out of obviously coming onto this long straight, and I did find that that's where I was gaining a lot of time on car behind. I think he got a little bit sideways, fishtailed a little bit coming out of the turn there on this lap, so he's dropped back to about 2 seconds behind now. But we're in a good position at the moment. So we've got some clean air, bit of a gap behind the fastest lap of the race with a 1:46.2. Car behind us with a 1:47.0, so almost a whole second a lap faster.
Hey, you're a fucking idiot! You just drive into people.
Didn't realise I had the microphones turned on for the replay, so we get to hear people get angry there. Hopefully we're enough into the video that we don't get in trouble for that F-bomb. Pulled a little bit further away again there, so we've got a 3-second gap now. So 1:46.6 that lap, so we're consistently in the 1:46s.
Straight in front of
Yes. It's all happening back there. I'm sure we'll get to see that when we watch the incidents after the race. Still just gaining a little bit every lap. 3.5 seconds the gap now. I find coming into that left-hander there, it seems like it's just the car just hits red line, but it seems if you shift into third and then back down into second, I don't know if you're losing more time with the gear changes there. So I tend to hit red line every time coming out of that corner. Or the rev limiter, I should say. Got the input telemetry going now there as well, in the bottom left. I didn't think that was, I didn't think Race Labs was able to have the overlays work for replay, so that's really good. It's handy. It's unfortunate. Earlier, the Golf livery that span out on lap 1 there's all the way down in 9th place. So the race really hasn't gone well for him. But Karnakar was almost on the pace with me, 6 laps in, 3.5 seconds behind. Next car back's 15 seconds, so definitely pulling away, both of us, I should say. Some smoke in the background there, something happened. Nothing over the microphone though, so probably wasn't the same fella. Alright, 2 to go. Still just etching out a little bit, 4 seconds the gap back now. He's still close enough that if I make a mistake or if I'm not, pushing it without doing anything crazy, that he could close that gap, could catch up to me. So can't necessarily relax at this point. The car felt good, the track's good fun. I felt like I was, in a good position. I wasn't overly worried, or I wasn't really feeling the pressure or stressing, but I didn't want to, slow down at this point of the race. Final lap now, 5.5 seconds the gap back. Got a nice buffer. So at this point I'm telling myself, now you can afford to take it easy a little bit. Don't risk over driving the car. He's not gonna catch you without a mistake, so you might as well just bring it home in one piece. So you should see that gap will probably start to come down now, just because I'm not giving it the beans, I'm being a bit more relaxed. Down the back straight for the final time. So he's already reeled in half a second on me there, just by virtue of not pushing the car, just wanting to survive. Coming into the penultimate corner. Home stretch. bring it home. So good drive, good win. I was pretty happy with that. I kind of set myself like a little mini goal to sort of go back to grassroots, and do the different classes until I win in each class. So I was like, well, I'll go back to the Mx-5 and I'll do the
Nick, you're being a
Mx-5
bit of
Cup.
a dick. You're a lap behind the guy in front.
Oh, Dan's angry again. So yeah, I've told myself I'd come back and try and win with every in every series, starting from the bottom again. So that was my first race in the Mx-5 Cup. So coming back and winning the first race, tick that one off the list nice and quickly. But let's have a look at the incidents and see what happened. All right, let's have a look at the carnage then. I've turned the microphone off so we don't hear that that guy swearing again. But let's see what carnage happened in this race. Oh, nothing in turn one. That's interesting. Everyone made it through. We didn't all make it through there though. Yeah, see, it's so easy to do on the first lap with cold tyres. Zelia. There goes his first place. The start of things to come for him by the looks of it. Yep. Again. Dirty tyres. Unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah. Yellow flags are there for a reason. Ilya just driving through him. That's probably what caused the shouting match earlier by the looks of it, I'd say. Ilya again, just wasn't his race. Synchronized spin. Keep the foot in all the way through. And you can see just looking at the incidents here that like the trend is just oversteering. I think people sort of panic coming into a corner too hard and just completely come off the throttle and start oversteering. Dipping a wheel in the dirt. It's basically just spin cam at this point. Oh! Yeah, he's had enough. And here's the results here. So 1,273 strength of field. We had a 0.02 safety rating loss. So that's from my poor qualifying performance. I think I spun out twice on the second qualifying lap, so you get 2 qualifying laps essentially. So I copped 4 incident points there in qualifying, 0 in the race as you saw, but that still equates to a safety rating change of 0.02. So once you're in the actual race, the 3 minutes practice, 8 minutes qualifying, and then the race itself, all those incident points count, but all those laps count as well. So if you can get out and get a little bit of like a lap or two done in the practice. The 3 minute starts as soon as the race starts, and a lot of people's computers can't load the game fast enough to get a couple of laps in. But if you can get in and start getting laps in as quickly as possible, I think that helps you with your safety rating. But 97 iRating change there, so up to 1,260. So fastest lap of the race, 146.270. Karnika there did a 147.062, which I think was second fastest in the race. Yep. We led 7 laps there, as you can see. Started 4th place, car number 7. So, yeah, all round. It was Vitesse that was the B license holder, and Karnikov was the D license holder. So as I was saying, I feel like it's a little bit unfair. Yes, I came first, but I was up against a lot of rookies who were just starting out in the game, or at least just starting out in the sports car series. They could have been doing Formula or Oval or Rally or any of that, but the licenses are specific to the class or the discipline of racing that you're choosing to do. So I guess you could say that I was probably on the upper side of the like more experienced drivers within this lobby, but I didn't come down here just to race against new people. I came down here to do my own little mini challenge of trying to win in every series, every sort of cup or car class that there is. So we've ticked the Mx-5 Cup off, at least this one. We might try later on tinkering with the Open series. At least then I'll be against people who are B license or A license and up. So that'll be good. I mean, it still comes down to strength of field, but yeah, rookie class, I think you start. It says no I rating, but I think you start with 1,300 maybe. But the D license holder there, 1,200. The B license, 1,100. I was 1,100. Before the I rating changed there. So yeah, but again, overall, pretty happy with that. Where I think next up we're going to try and get the A86 win under the belt. This week was Bathurst. Hard track, I find, to be fast around. I did a couple of races this weekend and I was like 2-3 seconds off the pace, but I think it's also a pretty popular one. The majority of people were A license holders with myself, so that's good against people that are the same license as me. But in the meantime, we'll see other races. I'm not just going to make my next video A86 win or bust. It'll be it'll just be if it ever happens, when it happens. I'm sure it'll happen one day. We'll see the video. But yeah, if you liked it, feel free to like the video. Feel free to subscribe. Leave any comments down below. You can see my input telemetry now. So if I'm not doing anything right, if I'm not trail braking, or if I'm not, yeah, powering on or powering off, let me know. Any tips, tricks. Yeah, I'll get to every comment that I can. And yeah, in the meantime, I'll see you guys out on the track and hope you had a good weekend. Thank you.